My name is Muwada Nkunyenji, a member of Parliament for Kyadondo County East, Parliament of Uganda. I'm also the Shadow Minister for Foreign Affairs, Parliament of Uganda. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invited you today in respect to our response, and specifically to my response as a Shadow Minister of Foreign Affairs over the non-diplomatic rhetoric by the Chief of Defense Forces, Gen Muhoozi. A few days ago, Gen Muhoozi made various non-diplomatic rhetoric that injured the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sudan, and the same non-diplomatic rhetoric by the Chief of Defense Forces, Gen Muhoozi, have since attracted diplomatic concern. So, ladies and gentlemen, and to the world at large, as Uganda's Shadow Minister of Foreign Affairs, I condemn and disassociate the people of Uganda from the non-diplomatic rhetoric and the threats by the Chief of Defense Forces, Gen Muhoozi towards and or against the sovereignty of Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is regrettable that Gen Muhoozi via his verified X or Twitter handle, made concerning statements that have since attracted diplomatic concerns, including protest letters from Sudan and DRC. These concerning statements have been taken as serious and have been received as preparedness by Uganda government or regime in total breach of international law to unlawfully threaten the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. We even continue to wonder, because at least to our knowledge, no institution of government, including Parliament, has sanctioned any official attack, be it military involvement, in any nearby country, including DRC or Sudan. The threats by Gen Muhoozi must be made in his own capacity as a son of Gen Museveni, or in his capacity as Gen Muhoozi, but I doubt that it represents the views of the Uganda People Defense Forces. We also challenge the UPDF to come out and clear the suspicion. Was this a discussion within the ranks of the Uganda People Defense Forces? At least at the institutional level, Parliament has not sanctioned any. We wonder where Gen Muhoozi picks his records or gets his advice and speaks for who. But being the Chief of Defense Forces, the presumption is he speaks for Gen Museveni. They must explain where they got such instruction and orders or permission. At least in Uganda's constitutional order, Parliament has not sanctioned any such deployment or any such attack on the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Sudan or Democratic Republic of Congo.
This one I can tell you. Did you see recently when they said the Gen Muhoozi has announced the promotion of 5 army officers to the rank of acting major generals? Is there any other CDF who has ever done it? Then you say we are not in charge. You people, you have a problem. You have a problem. Is there any person, is there any city who has ever done it? Then you say we are not in charge.
We even continue to wonder, because at least to our knowledge, no institution of government, including parliament, has sanctioned any official attack, be it military involvement, in any nearby country, including DRC or Sudan. The threats by Gen Muhoozi Kainerugaba must be made in his own capacity as a son of Gen Museveni, or in his capacity as Gen Muhoozi, but I doubt that it represents the views of the Uganda People Defense Forces. We also challenge the UPDF to come out and clear the suspicion. Was this a discussion within the ranks of the Uganda People Defense Forces? At least at the institutional level, Parliament has not sanctioned any. We wonder where Gen Muhoozi Kainerugaba picks his records or gets his advice and speaks for who. But being the Chief of Defense Forces, the presumption is he speaks for Gen Museveni. They must explain where they got such instruction and orders or permission. At least in Uganda's constitutional order, Parliament has not sanctioned any such deployment or any such attack on the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Sudan or Democratic Republic of Congo.
You know, Honorable Muwada is not here. When they declared, Honorable Muwada does not take alcohol. But that day I made sure that I buy for him some. I knew what was coming. I took him to Sheraton. I think it was a Friday. So I took him to Sheraton. Then I found I was tweeting many things. You know, when he's tweeting many things, you know there's something with. Don't concentrate on the first tweet. The misery is coming. So I told him, I prepared Honorable Muwada. I said, but I think Afande is bringing something. I said, yeah, because I see the tweets are very many. Me, I didn't sleep that night because I knew it was the misery would come. Misery came at 2:59 there. Immediately, I retweeted because I thought it was okay, because for me, I knew. I had known this one, let me leave it. But when it came, I retweeted. So I slept. It was normal. Now in the morning, I found 1,000 messages in my inbox. Said, told you were finished now. When one of you said you hid when those messages came, I could really understand the situation you are in even up to now.
We receive this rhetoric in contempt, and we think Gen Muhoozi Kainerugaba must be brought to order and must be cautioned, and as well must account. If he has any morals left in him, the courteous duty he has is to resign as the Chief of Defense Forces, so that Uganda doesn't shoulder the shame of his continuous questionable rhetoric that is attracting international concern and puts the lives of Ugandan nationals at risk. Ugandans are in millions living in the Democratic Republic of Congo, in millions and thousands living in Sudan and other nearby countries. When a country is perceived as countries at war, automatically Ugandan nationals will be treated in contempt. Many may be treated with suspicion out of unserious and illegitimate, insensitive rhetoric by the Chief of Defense Forces. I want to assure the people of Uganda who are living in Sudan and Democratic Republic of Congo, we shall stand with you amidst all these challenges. I want to assure the trade community that as opposition, we shall stand with you, and we are very cautious on the implication of this rhetoric by Gen Muhoozi and the subsequent response by Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. I thank you.
But I'm going to tell you, 2026, most of those people are on your mercy because you will be in charge. Patriotic League of Uganda is going to be in charge of many, many things. Even after moving forward, Gen Muhoozi is going to be in charge of many things. Some of the things I may not hear, but just know we are still on the right track. We are moving very well in an organized direction because we know the commander is holding the gun very well with many magazines. So please